April 2026. Humans just went farther than ever before. And for 30 minutes, Earth disappeared. For the first time in over 50 years, humans left Earth and returned to the moon. Not to land, but to prove something much bigger, that we are ready to go back. The last time humans stood on another world was December 1972. One final set of footprints pressed into lunar dust. One last look back at Earth from the surface of another world. And then, silence. For over 50 years, no human went beyond low Earth orbit. We built stations in space. We circled the planet. We watched from a distance. But we didn't go back. Not because we couldn't, but because we stopped trying. Until now. On April 1st, 2026, before sunrise in Florida, a rocket stood waiting, towering, silent, holding decades of ambition inside it. Then, ignition. A controlled explosion of power, lifting the most powerful rocket of the modern era into the sky. The Space Launch System. 8.8 million pounds of thrust, fire and force, pushing humanity away from Earth once again. Inside, 4 humans. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, Jeremy Hansen, strapped into a spacecraft called Orion. Their mission, Artemis II, a 10-day journey designed not for landing, but for proving something essential. That humans can travel to the moon and come back alive. After reaching orbit, everything changed. One critical engine burn, and suddenly they were no longer circling Earth. They were leaving it. No turning back. A trajectory shaped by gravity itself. A path that would carry them around the far side of the moon and bring them home. At their farthest distance, over 400,000 kilometers from Earth, farther than any human in history. At that point, Earth wasn't a world anymore. It was a marble, small, distant, fragile, floating in endless black. 4 people, 1 spacecraft, no rescue, no margin for error. And then came the moment. The one no human had experienced since 1972. As Orion moved behind the moon, Earth vanished. Not behind clouds, not behind a horizon. Gone. No sunlight, no signal, no connection to humanity. Just darkness. For 30 minutes, they were completely alone, cut off from every human being who has ever lived. Below them, the far side of the moon. A landscape of ancient craters, untouched, silent, eternal. No voices, no noise, just the quiet hum of a spacecraft moving through the unknown. This is what the edge of the known world feels like. And then, slowly, a glow. A thin curve of blue rising from behind the moon. Earth returning, small, bright, alive. In that moment, everything changes. Because when you leave Earth, you don't just see space differently, you see home differently. So why does this mission matter? Because going to the moon is not the hard part. Coming back is. Re-entering Earth's atmosphere at lunar speeds generates temperatures near 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt metal. The heat shield must survive. The systems must function. Every second matters. Every detail matters. There are no second chances out there. Artemis II was the test, the proof, the moment we confirmed that this journey is possible again. Because the next mission won't just fly by, it will land. Artemis III will carry humans back to the lunar surface, the first time since Apollo. The first woman, the first new generation. But this isn't just about the moon. It never was. The moon is practice. Mars is the destination, a proving ground for something far greater than a single mission. A future where humans don't just visit space, but live in it. And while these 4 astronauts traveled to the moon, our machines pushed even further, touching the outer layers of the sun, racing through space at unimaginable speeds, chasing asteroids across the solar system, expanding the boundary of what's possible. For a long time, we stopped thinking this big. Budgets changed, priorities shifted. Exploration became history instead of the future. But in 2026, something changed. Artemis II didn't plant a flag. It didn't make headlines the way Apollo once did. But it did something deeper, something quieter. It proved we still can. After 50 years of waiting, humanity is leaving Earth again. Not as a race, not as a competition, but as a species. This wasn't just a mission, it was a signal. To every person who ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's out there. To every engineer who spent years building something they might never see fly. To every generation told that exploration was over. It's not over. It's just beginning. This isn't the return to the moon. This is the beginning of leaving Earth behind.